Good afternoon, Algebros. We're back for our first day of review. All right. Don't forget to hit like, subscribe, hit the bell. Hey, there are plenty of calculators. Why are we fighting over them? Like, because. All right. So, A is 1. H is -4. K is 3. Shh. Now, -4. All right. This is 3. Now, because my A is positive, that means that it opens up like this. That means my max is infinity, and my min is my vertex right here. All right. So that, look, your number 1 on the test Wednesday is going to be in vertex form. Remember, this is vertex form. Okay, so number 1 is going to be in vertex form. Number 2 is going to be in standard. All right, now filling in this stuff. Well, -4 goes here, and 3 goes here. So this would go -3, -2, -5, -6. All right. Remember, these go in 1A. Well, that's 1 times 1, which is 1. So we add 1 to 3. So what is 3 plus 1? 4. These go by 3A. Well, that's 3 times 1, which is 3. So we add 3 to 4 and get 7. Okay. Now, I think that was an issue when y'all started. A lot of y'all started doing number 1, which is vertex form, like you would do number 2 as that's in standard form. Okay. 2 totally different things. Alright, are we good with number 1? Anybody need a little bit more time to write it down? It's okay to say yes. If you just stare at me, I'm going to move on. No. I can move on. Everybody's got it? Alright. Pew! Now, this one. This is in standard form. Okay, this is the y equals ax squared plus bx plus c. Alright. So, our A is right here. This is 1. Our B is -8. And our C is -9. Okay? Notice you actually get points for writing those in there. Okay? That way, if you actually mess up this stuff or your A, H, and K, it doesn't, it's not going to count everything off. Okay? Because I only take off points where they should be. Alright, so this, we should get 4. Okay? After we plug it in. Plug it in. Alright. Now, I did not mean for this to be as big a number as it was. It was Friday afternoon. I was like, I don't want to do stuff over the weekend. I don't want to do stuff from Monday morning early. And I just made up this problem. I didn't mean for this to be -25. But it was. And, you know, big numbers happen. Alright. Our A is positive, so that means it's like this. So our max is infinity. Our min is our vertex. Alright. This is 3, 2, 5, and 6. Now, this is 1A. Well, that's 1 times 1, which is 1. Alright, so we're going to add 1 to negative 25, we should get negative 24. Three A, 3 times 4, which is 3. And 3 here, so we should get negative 21. Okay. Now, I will try to do y'all's test before y'all get in here on Wednesday. That way I can say, hey, you might get a large number on this one. You might get something on this one. Okay. And I decided to go ahead and start with the reviews today instead of having like a whole day of practice with the modeling and check on learning. I didn't want to give y'all a test on Thursday. Just didn't feel like it. The date on that one's not, All right. So, it's number 2. Moving on. All right. So, when we were doing this, okay, remember, we look for the y values that repeat. Y values repeat. Okay? When we do that, we actually find our vertex. We find that 3 is our H and 144 is our K. All right? Now, our A value is how do I get from 144 to 128? So I subtracted 16. Now, we're plugging this into this equation. Okay, that's why it's still up there on the board. So, this y equals... Alright. So our A is negative 16, so it goes cha. Our H is 3, so it goes cha. And our K is 144, so it goes cha. Now, this was the stuff that we covered Friday. It's been a weekend. I don't know what some of y'all's extracurricular activities include, but a regular, everyday, run-of-the-mill, boring person would still probably forget half of this from Friday to today. Okay? Alright. Are we good with number 3? And yes, if she's hitting her 9-iron 144 yards. She must train with DeChambeau because that's unheard of. All right. Number 4. All right, number 4 is a little different, but not that much. So, we look for our vertex. Okay, this is our vertex. That is at 3, 2. So that means 3 is our H, 2 is our K. Alright, now, to find our A value. Alright, it crosses on this grid right here. Okay, well this, I went over 1 up 2, which is like slope, or you could say I was at 2, I was at the bottom, now I'm here, so our A would be 4. Alright. And this is our first day of review and practice for this, so, tomorrow should be better than today. We hope. Fingers crossed. Okay.
So when we have our test, when's that?
Yep. Bless you twice or 3 or 4 times. All right. Are we good with number 4? All right. So number 5 Again, we look for the y values repeating. Okay, repeat. All right, so that means this is our h. This is our k. So 5 goes in here. 400 goes here or in my pocket. All right, now to find A. A is how do we get from here to here? Again, I subtract 16. That was just a happenstance, okay? I didn't mean for A to be negative 16 on both of these problems, but it just worked out that way. Okay. Sometimes some of this stuff is kind of, I can show examples, but the more and more we practice it, the harder and harder it is to make up problems. Because I like to try to make up my own problems. I don't like to copy too much online. Because people Google. Alright. Are we good with number 5? Starting to get the pattern. Alright. So, if here's our y values this time. These repeat. Alright. That means that this is my h. This is my k. Alright. So, 16 goes here. 1 goes here. Alright, so to find my A, I'm at 16 and I had to go to 13. Well, if I was at 16 and then I went to 13, I subtracted 3. Alright. Is that our last one? Okay. Yeah, this is the table that gave me the most trouble on Friday. Alright. Now, if my in-class audience is going to start working on their orange sheet, but everybody else, don't forget to like and subscribe to the bell. Leave a nice comment. Good stuff, good things. Roll Tide.